I cried Sunday. My dad probably gonna kill me for saying this, but I called him and he cried on the phone because we are Dak lovers, and
Right.
that, and I don't know what that means for our season.
All right, so this is another episode, and today we have a special guest, and we're going to bring her on, and she go by the name of Candy Locker's Room. I wonder why. Candy, can you tell the world why you go by Candy's Locker Room?
Well, of course, my name is Candace Lamb, and my nickname has been Candy all throughout growing up, so that's where I got the candy from. And locker room, sports. I play sports, I watch sports, and my favorite sport, of course, is football. So I came up with Candy's Locker Room.
Football. So that means that you fell in love with the Dallas Cowboys, right? And you never looked at any other team, right?
Right. That is exactly. How did you know me already?
Man,
that's exactly right. Actually, my dad is a huge Cowboys fan, so I didn't really have a choice growing up. If I had anything else, he'd be like, what are you doing with that trash on? So I grew up watching it, and then, I got more and more into it as I got older. So definitely a Cowboys fan.
So who's your favorite player growing up, and who's your favorite player now?
Just in general, or
just in general? Well, in general, mainly the Cowboys, and then you can give all of the other people that you probably have on your fantasy or what have you.
Actually, I don't have a fantasy. I have to learn how to do that.
Don't worry. This is my first year too. This is my first year playing fantasy, and I picked everybody on the Cowboys basically. So
I don't think
I'm such a homer.
I think a lot of people should do that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you why it was an epic fail this week. But nevertheless, go ahead.
Well, my favorite would be Deion Sanders, just because I like his style of play and just kind of his character. Not kind of his character, I actually love his character. Follow him on Instagram now, and I love Deion.
Prime time. He's coaching at my alum, JSU.
Oh,
D
really?
Jackson State. Yeah, D Jackson State. So shout out to Deion.
Maybe? Probably
so. I used to go to all of the Jackson State versus Alcorn.
Okay.
And that's the biggest rivalry there, but it's just been crazy, for the last few years. But we'll see what's going to happen next year, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I went to Sam Houston State University.
Oh, okay. Right down the street.
Oh, yeah, from Dallas. Actually, it's our meeting point because I'm in Galveston. So Galveston, Dallas is like exactly that 2-hour point.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good. So Deion Sanders. So who's your current day favorite Cowboy player, right? Who's your current day?
I don't really have a favorite player. I have a couple that... Oops. Sorry.
See, we crunk already.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
So, current day, really, Dak Prescott and Jalen Smith.
Dak and Jalen, yeah.
Oh, and of course,
go ahead and tell the world.
My favorite player, though, is really CD Lamb. I thought that he was going to need a while to adjust, but he came right in and proved his point.
He looked like a veteran out there. He catching the ball across the middle. He's doing vertical routes and things like that. When he scored his first touchdown, I was looking at it like, man, if he can do just throw up the X one time for me.
I know. But do you think that would be taken as like an ode to this, or?
Yeah. Des would have to give him like, hey. Throw up the X one time, and I think he would do it,
Some consent.
Yeah,
I know when he first got signed, everybody thought there was a little beef there, but Des actually, I saw, wrote something, I think it was on Twitter, congratulating him. But that would be pretty cool, because I know a lot of fans weren't ready to see Des part from Dallas.
Nah, definitely was not, but, that ship done sailed now, and we got CD for TD now. Lamb, boy.
You know, I'm excited because that's my last name. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's I got Lamb on the back of a jersey, a Dallas Cowboys jersey. I've been waiting and waiting for that.
And also, with that being said, since y'all share the same last night, did you do the gene pool right quick and see if y'all cousin, second cousin, third cousin? You know how that go, right?
I actually didn't, but my dad's family is from Opelousas, and I saw that that's where he's from. So I don't know if somebody mingled with somebody back then, and we are or not. I haven't looked, but I'm going to.
Yeah, we all related. You know how that goes, right?
That's my cousin. Show up to the stadium.
Candy spotlight, right?
All right. So we had Dalton come in as backup. And he came in, and the first thing that he did was a turnover. Right?
Basketball with the football. That's what I call it. You want to put the ball on the ground, but go ahead.
Yeah. There was a turnover. So immediately, I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh my God, here we go. We done lost the season. I just went that far in my head. But he actually came through. I guess everybody needs to knock their dust off. He came through, he stepped up, and he was making some good passes, getting the plays done, and we ended up winning the game. Zeke even stepped up. Zeke had me worried for the last couple of games, dropping the ball, and I'm like, what is going on with him? Do you know who they say you are? They say that you're the best in the league, and you're not showing that. And unfortunately, I don't know if it took for someone to get hurt and him feel like he needed to take the team on his back, but he did step up, and hopefully he continues this season. But we got the W.
We did. We got the W. We frustrated with the way we got the W. It felt like a bittersweet moment. After the game, I was like devastated. I was like, man, this guy, Dak Prescott, was putting up all type of crazy numbers, although our record did not reflect it because we was 1-3, but it seemed like it was different, right? It felt like it was like we was going to turn the corner eventually when the defense gets straight.
That said a lot to me about him as a player, because when you play that hard, I've seen quarterbacks give up. As a matter of fact, and understandably so, watching the Texans game, the one before last, you could see it all in their quarterback, Deshaun Watson's face, that he was giving up. And Dak, to me, he never loses his composure. He never, even when he got hurt during the game, he calmly called them over. You didn't see him cry until they got him on the cart. So,
it's a crazy feeling right now, because now we know the team got all of the weapons on the outside. We know that, right? We can tell that Ezekiel Elliott, once the injury occurred or what have you, he seemed like, hey, I got this extra chip on the shoulder, and he was just down here running. Like, we was like, where's this Ezekiel Elliott been at? Exactly. And all of a sudden the sparks was hitting and everything. And shout out to Michael Gallup, man, just pulling the ball out of the sky.
Lucky 13. He made 13 lucky.
That's real lucky 13, right?
Those catches were... we couldn't ask for anything better during the game. I mean, he stepped up a lot this season, too. I think it was last year. It was a few plays that I felt like he was dropping the ball a couple of times, but I haven't seen that from him this year. He's really been standout. Yeah,
high pointing the ball. The guy that really stands out, but... it appears to me is Amari Cooper. I got him on my fantasy team, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah, this guy's just doing crazy numbers as it relates to fantasy. But everybody that watched the game, they would look at it like, hey, in the crucial moment, in the crucial catch, in the crucial time, sometimes he just doesn't go all the way through, especially the Seattle Seahawks game. That was one, remember that? And this past game against the Browns and this game, the Giants, he was just like, where is he? So what are your thoughts on Amari Cooper?
I definitely feel like the skill set is there. I actually, when we first got him, I thought his style of play was very similar to Dez Bryant's. The way that he runs his routes, his size, his height, speed, everything, where he can go up and get the ball. So I feel like he still has that capability to be our top wide receiver, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know if, they have too many options now at wide receiver, but he he hasn't really stood out like I think he can. But now he's going to have to step up. You don't have a choice right now. You know, you have a new quarterback coming in. You're going to have to go to the ball if he can't get it to you.
Yeah, and I think Andy will figure it out and get the ball to him. It seems like he got a little spark when, you know, Andy got on the field. Not saying that Andy versus Dak Prescott, because that's what everybody want. Like, hey, this Dak Prescott, he's not worth $40 million. Like, nah, come on, people. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's crazy. And we see the growth factor of Dak Prescott. He's never been the same person since 2016. Every year he grows from 2016, 17, 18, 19. And we was like, yes, this is the year. And that injury, man, it really hurts, you know. Yeah.
It was devastating because I feel like he's America's favorite, kind of. A lot of people, even watching the commentators, watching the sports shows, the news, everyone was devastated afterwards. You saw everybody giving him shout outs. I saw Shannon Sharp, you know, talking about how he shed a tear when he got hurt. It just, you don't want to see any player get hurt.
So we was talking about, I believe, Amari Cooper. What were we talking about, Amari Cooper?
Yes, we were.
And
we were still talking about him and how he would do this season. And if he will live up to the expectations that everybody has for him.
Like we can tolerate, like, if that was like $12 million a year, Cooper, but this is $20 million a year, Cooper. You know?
I mean, everybody kind of, it seems like after people get paid, they mess up, or not even mess up. They don't play to their full potential, and I don't know if that's just happenstance or if that is just, you know, okay, I have my money, but I'm not going to put my body through all of this. I don't have to work as hard now. He doesn't come off as that type of guy, but I can't say what's going on with him.
Me neither. It seems like some plays he will play hard and he will, you know, show up, and then some plays kind of like he whiffed on that or he gave up on that. But I think that we had a wide receiver coach on. He actually, his name is Coach Bird. He actually coaches up Cedric Wilson as well as Michael Gallup during the off season. He's not with the staff or what have you. And he was saying that sometimes you would probably need somebody to put the foot on the throat of the, you know, players, or be harsh to the players, or talk mean or down to the players, because that's some way that can spark something. I don't think that this new staff have the longitude nor the latitude to say, okay, hey man, drop that ball again, or hey man, you got to finish your play, you know, fight for the ball. I think that they really kind of tread lightly. What do you feel about that?
I agree. I feel like that is kind of the coaching staff's culture there. I've never really seen anyone lose it, and not that they should go crazy on their players, but you have to think about how most of these guys train. That's how they train. That's how their trainers talk to them. They're yelling at them, telling them to get up and go. And if you just have, you know, your coach on the sideline not giving you instruction or telling you, you know, constructive criticism, then that's just out of your head. Like, okay, well, I just messed up, or however they're feeling, whatever they're feeling on the field, they still need that input from their coach on the sideline, because the coach sees it all. So I feel like that culture needs to change, where they're not yelling at the players. And I don't mean, you know, cursing them out or anything like that, but you need to get on your players. You're paying them millions of dollars, so we need to see a real game. We need to see all of their full potential. And as coaches, you know, they've watched them in training camp, they've watched them in practices, so they know when their players are not giving it their all. So I definitely agree with Coach Bird and everybody else that said that. And I kind of also feel like they shy away from that culture when it comes to their players too. We've seen people cut or shunned in the media for speaking out and trying to be that leader on the sidelines with their teammates. And I'm sure, you know, Dak was a leader for them, but at the same time, I don't think he's going to get all up in his players' faces like Tom Brady or somebody.
Nah. Yeah. And that comes with a price too, right? Comes with time. I remember or recall Troy Aikman just yelling at the players, like, you supposed to be right here, And Tony really never yelled at the players too when he came about until like the latter part of his career. Then he started to yell and yap at some of the players. I think I seen a play where he kind of told Dez, like, no, you got to be right here. But it took a minute for Tony Romo to get to that level. So by Dak Prescott having this year off for the rest of the year, I don't think that even next year or beyond, he would even be that person. Now, I don't know about Andy. Andy Dalton may say, hey, I've been in the league for 9 years and I know exactly what the playbook should be like. I come from a West Coast system. We have a West Coast type of philosophy with Mike McCarthy or what have you. Let's roll out these plays and be right here. Maybe he could be that guy.
I hope so. I feel like, especially at the quarterback position, that would be, a figure that they could look up to and listen to and have pushed them on the field, because they need it from somewhere. If it's not coming from the coaches, it's going to have to come from their fellow teammates.
I bet you people, when they watch this, they're going to be like, y'all talking about the offense. Y'all not going to talk about the defense? The defense are the ones that y'all need to be
happy about. You have to have something to talk about it, first of all.
Yeah. That's even funny. Got to have something. So on the defensive side of the ball, there was a certain player that said, hey, there's no way possible that you can give 100% of the time, which is right.
But you have to give something. You can't give 50%. When we played the Browns, I was embarrassed. It was like they were standing there and just letting the Browns run by. And it just made it even more apparent that we don't have any defense. We can see, if you watch our games, you can see exactly what players out, where we are weak, we need a safety. We need DBs. And I feel bad because I feel like Jalen Smith is trying to cover all of that ground, but he's falling short because, of course, he's one man. He can't be all over the field at once, and he can't be the whole defense. So I feel like
I was harsh on Jalen. I was harsh on your guy. After every play, he was celebrate, do the celebratory swipe or what have you. But now that you mention it in that way, and we looked at the last game, the Giants game or what have you, I'm telling you, it's Murphy Law.
That was definitely me that time, for sure. That was my alarms. So
I was like, and I'm telling you about Jalen Smith, and then it's like,
you know what? That was the football guys putting you in your place. We will not talk about Jalen. He's been all over the field trying to get it together for the Cowboys.
And what else?
What did you have to say about Jalen?
Oh, what I was going to say was,
we have the same birthday, so you will not go there. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Well, when is his birthday, by the way?
June 14th.
June 14th. Okay. So, what sign is that? June 14th. That's
Gemini.
Gemini. Okay.
You're Scorpio, aren't you?
No. Okay. Aquarius. You cannot live without the Aquarius. The pictures of water.
Aquarius.
There you go. We get along with everybody, right? Because think about it. Water can take every shape and form, and it can endure everything. If it's hot, we vapor up out of this thing. If it freezes, if it's cold, we'll just turn it to a block of ice.
You know what? I feel the same way about Geminis.
Break it down.
We're very adaptable people. So we as
I got the
can
two-faced
take on any, No. That is a misconception. We are not two-faced. It is just that we have different sides, really. And not two-faced, like I'm going to talk about you and then, go and talk to somebody else about you.
Right.
It's not two-faced. Okay, I can be really, really bubbly, or I can just be really, really, I won't say mean, but very, very protective of like my family and friends. So
I see.
It's not two-faced. It's just like two kind of, I don't want to say personalities because I'm not going to switch midstream, but
But Jalen does. Jalen does. You know, he's smiling, right? He's smiling, you know, he's showing all of the teeth. And then as soon as you come across the middle, he lays you out, right? He tackles you. And then he's smiling. He said, okay, I'm going to pick you back up, right? You know, he helps you up every time. And then he's going to do a celebratory swipe, you know. So now that you said it, you know.
Because, you know, we might do something or say something a little rude and feel bad about it. But business is business.
Okay.
And so you don't like his celebratory dances?
After every play? If
I put in my body through all of that, you better be lucky I'm not dancing on the sidelines. And they're not too extreme, I feel like.
They're not too extreme? Yeah.
No, I've seen his celebrations.
It's a swipe. It's a swipe move, but I think that the timing that he does it on some of the situations, like we'll be down by 14 or we'll be down by 20, and he goes down there, you know, he do the little swipe move, and I'm like, come on, dog, get back to the huddle, man. Let's get this thing going. You get a turnover or something.
Okay, but let me ask you, what if, say we didn't ever win any game, so he should not ever celebrate?
You got to earn the celebratory swipe. You can't just be swiping
himself. You have to appreciate yourself before you can appreciate others, and he's appreciating his playmaking skills.
I'm gonna let the people, you know, when y'all hear this video, I want you guys to comment down below, you know, do you like the swiping? But, you know, I think that in Candy's locker room, everybody gonna be like, yeah, we like the swipe. You know, we love the swipe over here. Keep swiping, Jalen. And by the way, happy birthday on Jalen, you know, every 14th of June or what have you. So that's just how it goes, right?
Pretty much.
Well, I'm going to leave him alone because he did have 14 tackles last game, 7 solos. I think it was a half of a sack and three quarterback hits or something like that. So he was all over the field. Yeah. Was I right on it? Oh, wow. Right off the dome, right off the top of my head.
I have 2 of those down.
Okay.
Sacks. But I got a whole list of notes. You don't want to see this. Starting out, I watched my Cowboys, and I noticed the standouts.
Okay.
And even going to the camp, I saw the players then that would be who they are today. Like, I went back in 2016. I saw Dak Prescott, but that was before Romo retired or whatever, and Brown. So, Woods, I have not noticed.
Have not noticed Woods, but I do know you noticed number 90, right? D-Law?
Yes, Lawrence.
See, this is what I said. I said, I'm going to call him Demarcus until he get a sack, you know?
He deserves to be called by his full name, not that nickname, because he got one finally this past game. He did a little something this past game, but he has been up in the air. I don't know what's going on with him this season. Usually he is pretty dependable, but he hasn't been showing us anything but his, you know, fashion sense. But other than that,
he got that
game,
paper. He had got that bag, that money.
No, but I mean, come on. I understand you get your money, but you get paid. Okay, yeah, you get paid you're getting paid for your past work. Right. But what about the fans? Are you really just playing for the money? And also, you know, like LeBron said after he won the championship, he wants his respect. You're not going to get any respect in the game if you just get your money and then you dip out. Like, you still have to play hard. If you really love the game of football like you say you do, you're going to go and give your heart out on the field. And I think it's really not fair if any of the players are doing that, because your quarterback just got hurt giving it his all on the field with no protection, and here you are with your money and you're just chilling. But I'm not going to put all of that on him. I do know he get double teamed, and I do know that he's picking up the blue. Yeah, it's not all of his fault. You know, we got some lazy linemen.
Oh my goodness!
Lazy.
I just think we got some. I think we got some undersized linemen. You know, even though we got the big old Poe, we picked him up. He's north of 330 pounds, but it just seems like everybody else is kind of undersized to me.
90 has to step it up. I know you say he got paid, and you can't put it all on him, but
well, we're gonna stop talking about him though, Candy, because you know why? He said, F all y'all, man. You didn't remember that?
No. What?
He said, F all y'all, man, talk about me. You know, he was going to take his ball and go home. But, you know, that's just how it goes, man. You know, when you're not living up to your performance, when you're not playing up to your pay grade or what have you, you begin to take jabs at people that really have no control of the game. Think about it. We online. We all we wanted D-Law to do is face the offensive line. We didn't want him to really come at us, the media and the fans. So it's just one of those things that I'm glad he made a play this weekend. Let's see what he's going to do against Monday Night Football against the Arizona Cardinals. I know you did some research on the Arizona Cardinals, didn't you?
I did. Okay, so the Arizona Cardinals.
They got the guy named Kyler Murray. I'm talking about he's like, what, 5'7", 5'8" on a good day, but he's so quick. He's so elusive. I mean, he could galvanize you with his arm. He's like, let me see. If we had fits with Russell Wilson, I think we are going to have fits with this guy because he can run and he can throw the ball, and they got a plethora of weapons out there on that wide receiver core.
I actually was proud of how we played against Russell Wilson. It was a close game.
Yeah, it was.
Score almost really, and we didn't really lose it until the end. So, but he's a young guy. We have a young team too, so
yeah,
it just really is going to be up to our defense. They're going to have to realize we are coming up against some good players, some good quarterbacks, and you're going to have to stop the ball, make those sacks, and get through to him and get some interceptions, anything we can at this point, because our record isn't looking good. I mean, yeah, we won the last game and another one, but I really felt like this was going to be our season. So with the Arizona Cardinals,
DeAndre Hopkins. Oh my goodness, they got DeAndre Hopkins. They got Isabella. I
didn't want to bring up DeAndre Hopkins. We are just going to hope that he has some pity because he used to play in Texas. You know, and he has some pity just for Texas as a whole and takes it easy on us. But based on his past couple of games, I know he's going to come with it. And I don't know who we're going to have that's going to cover him.
I don't know either. Hopefully, let's see who will cover him. I don't want Jordan Lewis to do it. He's too tiny. And I don't want Xavier Woods, of course. And I definitely don't want Anthony Brown because the last time I saw Anthony Brown covering DeAndre Hopkins when he was down here in Texas, he was doing all type of crazy stuff. So,
really, I like Anthony Brown.
I know, but Anthony Brown, we need a Woodsy back.
For his size, he's really good. That's one of the ones I saw in training camp, and I thought he was going to be really good. And he came out, and I don't know.
See, and then they got the veteran Larry Fitzgerald. So I don't know. That was a hard question that I put on myself, right? I don't know why I brought that up, Candy.
I don't know who's gonna cover him.
Me neither.
I mean, the fact that we are talking about that, discussing it, just tells us that that's just a troubled area for the Cowboys. And I wish that they could fix it somehow, some way, and they would. They need help. Just
because we can throw out Diggs, but he's so young. He's a rookie, and I don't want Diggs to be on somebody that's like a veteran-esque type of wide receiver.
He'll run all over him.
He will. Oh my goodness! And he don't drop the ball like Julio. Remember, Julio dropped the ball when Diggs was covering him. I was like, yes, Julio, Julio.
That was lucky.
Right.
I don't.
See, like, you finna paint a picture for Monday night for it to be nightmarish for us, right? But I'm optimistic. I think we can still win.
I'm not gonna paint it to be a nightmare for the Cowboys because you know what? I will hold out hope for till the last second of any game for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's the uncertainty for me. The new quarterback, our missing defensive players, our questionable O-line. All of that factored in against this young quarterback, DeAndre Hopkins. It's really just going to come down to what Cowboys team we get on Sunday. Are we going to get the, second half team that we got this past game, or are we going to get the team that was letting the Browns run all over them? Which Cowboys are we going to get? Are they going to play hard, their full potential, or are they just going to be lax and give up?
I think, and this is my honest opinion, I really think that everybody plays inspired. I think that the situation with Dak Prescott, and I saw a video, a tribute video, I meant to say, from the DallasCowboys.com. All of the players sitting there saying, hey, we plan for four. We plan for four. Keep your head high, and all of those things. So I think that they play inspired. I think it's a home game that put us in favorable situations. Now, I don't want people to Google Andy Dalton's primetime stat records in games because it's not a good one. But I feel like, hey, this is a new team for him.
He was
and
good
just
in
maybe
2011.
Right. 2011. How many years ago that was, right? Reverse, maybe Benjamin Button, maybe he can reverse time and, figure out something, something like that.
But Cam Newton did it.
Yeah.
So...
Cam Newton is one of my dogs too. But I hope he can bounce back. I think that he's still under the COVID situation, right? Yeah.
Well, they don't have any new cases supposedly, but
it's crazy.
Keep getting pushed back.
So, Candy, I really appreciate you so much for tuning in to this show and blessing us with your fabulous insights and mind of football and things like that. Can you tell people about you and what inspired you to have your YouTube channel and your Instagram channel about the Dallas Cowboys and things like that?
Okay, well, like I said, I grew up being a Cowboys fan, and I grew up being a Cowboys fan, and I really love the Cowboys, and I always try to talk about it with my friends. They listen, but they don't exactly just get it if they're not into football. So what better way to talk to other people who love sports than to create a YouTube and create an opening there to speak about the Cowboys to whoever's going to listen.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, everybody's going to
listen as well. I speak about other teams, but Cowboys, and you'll see it. I have all my Cowboys jerseys, all my Cowboys gear. That's just the team that's close to home, and that's not going to change.
No. That's never going to change. Always go Cowboys from the womb to the tomb. I tell people all the time, if you bury me and you don't put that star on my tomb, I'm coming out to hunt you. They'll be like, look at this dude, this ghost is hunting me. Until they put that star on my tomb.
I just went to my uncle's funeral. He had a Cowboys casket. I mean, a lot of our family we're Cowboys fans, so we take it really, really serious.
Like fighting words over there, like, hey.
Actually, the guy came by and after the funeral and had Raiders hat on. Are you lost? Are you lost, sir? You're gonna have to put one of these Cowboy shirts on that we have, but okay.
Oh, ASAP, Like, so I got that about you as far as the Cowboys stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the most hated team that you really can't stand? Is it the Eagles? Is it the Green Bay Smackers? Is it the 49ers? Is it the Seattle Sea Chickens? Oh, I'm sorry, Seahawks. What team did you kind of like hate the worst or the most? I meant to say.
As far as rivalries within the Cowboys nation, I will say the Eagles. I can't stand their fans.
The fans, right?
I cannot stand their fans. Everybody loves to think that the Cowboys fans are the worst. It's different. We're not disrespectful and rude. They're just mean, rude, say whatever, and it's unwarranted. But the Cowboys, we have a reason to back our team. We're just proud of our team. Like, how HBCUs have HBCU pride. We have Cowboy pride. I feel like it's kind of like that same sense of love for the Cowboys. So I would definitely say the Eagles. And the team also, I have one more team that I just really don't kind of.
What's that team? We all listen.
It's the Dolphins.
The Dolphins?
Yeah.
You roll with them or you hate them?
I don't care for the Dolphins.
Oh, you don't care for them?
Yeah, because they're just there. So I like their colors. They're really pretty. But other than that, as a football team, they haven't really produced much in a couple of seasons. So usually sometimes teams take turns, coming up in their division, and they just
they're like, come on, Dolphins, man, y'all suck so bad. I just hate y'all, man. And then you're gonna get my guy Byron Jones down there now. I bet you he's miserable out there.
You think? I feel like if somebody goes to the Dolphins, then they're just sending you there to just
party, because Miami is nice. You been to Miami?
Love Miami. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love Miami, but the Dolphins, no. Not my cup of Cowboy tea.
Not your cup of Cowboy tea. Who's your basketball team, by the way?
The Lakers. What?
Okay. See,
can you say more? No. The Lakers.
Yeah. Now I've been rolling with the Lakers before. Like everybody will say, "Hey, man, you a bandwagon guy because you like the Cowboys and you like the Lakers." Well, newsflash: I'm from Mississippi, so there's no major sports team in Mississippi, right?
Oh, so you're a southerner.
Southern. That's why I'm so country over here, right?
I am a little bit country over there.
Country, So I said, okay, I'm gonna root for the Cowboys and I'm gonna root for the Lakers. And this Bull dynasty went through, and I was miserable with that because everybody was like Team Jordan, Team Pippen, and I was still rooting for my Lakers. Nevertheless, Jordan is the GOAT now. I'm not going to be crazy and say he's not.
So you're not a LeBron fan?
Oh my goodness, I'm a Kobe fan, and I like what LeBron can do as it relates to on the court. But I just don't like the way he orchestrated himself to come to the Lakers. I just don't like that, especially when he said, hey, I'm going to go to South Beach and take my talents to South Beach and things like that. And it just took me a minute to really buy into LeBron James. But since he brought us a championship ring down here, go Bron then. What?
Oh, you did say you're a Lakers fan. I was going to say us.
Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan. Yeah, us. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I cry when we lose, but this year, like the last 5 years, like the last few years, I just been like, okay, I've been all in on the Cowboys, that I have not been focusing on my Lakers. But that's just how it goes,
So you didn't watch the finals?
I was watching the game, and I was watching the highlights of the game while the finals was going on. I was still mad and upset that Morris, the couple of days before the finals, threw the ball out of bounds. I was saying, like, what are you doing? Was you mad when Morris threw the ball out of bounds?
Wait, are you talking about the very last game?
No, not the very last game, but the game before the very last game, right?
I didn't see that. I saw bits and pieces of the finals.
I know you saw the guy missed a wide open shot. What's his name? at the top of the.
You talking about when it just dropped in front of the net?
Yeah, Green just said, "Okay, I'm wide open and I can't hit the shot." And I'm like, "Green, you're supposed to make that." Oh, buddy, don't have me to start ranting on these Lakers though.
But we won. They got the job done. They got it done. But
you didn't have a nervous bone in your body?
See, okay. So I like basketball, but I'm not just like a go hard crazy over basketball like I am about football. Okay. But so I watched a piece of the game on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was like, I hope they win, because again, that's my dad likes that team and my uncles, so that's how I became a Laker fan. Also, I used to live in LA, so
okay.
I'm like, okay, yeah, I like the Lakers. I'm not a bandwagon fan, I just had to pick a team. I watched a piece of it, and on Sunday, I actually watched the very end, and I watched when they won. And
okay.
I ordered some gear.
Okay. Is it come in? So what, you gonna wear, the hat, the jersey, or which one?
I got the shirt and the hat, and I'm not gonna rock it like I'm just a crazy fan, but they won the championship. I have to get it. I have to rock the gear a little bit.
Yeah.
But when the Cowboys won this Super Bowl.
Yeah. Ooh. Don't you know? I'm gonna shed some real tears. I'm really gonna cry because it's been since '95, and I always say, man, we're alive like '95.
And I'm tired of hearing that every year. When's the last time y'all won the Super Bowl? Look, people, stop living in the past, okay? I'm a person that likes to live in the present and press forward. So stop worrying about how many we won in the past and haven't won. What about your team?
Oh yeah. That's exactly what I tell those Eagles fans too. Hey man, you haven't won in 25 years. Well, what's taking y'all so long to catch up and keep up?
Them fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly.
They've been landing lately.
Yeah, they've been landing. Well, I'm not going to take up all of your time. I know it's supposed to be only 10 minutes, 15 minute show. But we had some difficulties, technically difficulties, but we survived. And I'm gonna chop this thing up, and we're gonna really, really, really have a good one. When I finish this creation. Candy, can you tell everybody where to find your page or pages and where to follow you at?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at Candy's Locker Room. That's CANDYS Locker, LOCKER in room, ROOM. And it's the exact same thing on YouTube, Candy's Locker Room.
Yes, indeed. You guys make sure that you follow her page, and also on Instagram, heart it and follow that good stuff, man. Great commentary, great breakdown of not just the Cowboys, but of all teams. And get some great insight from her, especially you do like all type of things like flag on the play. And the
flag
series,
on the play, my OG edition. Best dressed. Flag on the play gets crazy some weeks. So.
Flag on the play. And, hey, the OG is like, wow, that's real crazy. You must got that from your dad or something, Pops.
I did, actually. Yeah. You ought to put this on your show. I'm like, all right, Dad. That's the last thing, because I'd be up there for hours just trying to get it together. But yeah, I do get a lot of pointers from him.
Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. That's all the time that we have for this beautiful moment. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, folk know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.